Hey, it's Tyler Price with La Model Barbershop and Austin Cade Academy. Today in the 67 Bug, I have Andy Freaking Johnson. Is it Freaking is your middle name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Owner of Andex Entertainment, also part of the MotorView movement. Can we call it a movement?
I think so.
I think so. Bringing the MotorView back to Idaho Falls is just epic. Andy's got a big hand in that. And this Saturday, Garth, can we say freaking maybe too, Brooks?
Oh yeah.
You guys
exactly.
you guys share the same middle name apparently. At the MotorView on the big screen. I got my ticket. So you only need one ticket and cram as many people in a vehicle as you can.
So I'm excited to see how many people you're going to stuff in this bug right here.
Yeah. But anyway, Andy Johnson, we're going to drive and talk. So
let's go.
But let's start about the MotorView. I mean, it was just a weed infested, once a cool place, and you got involved in it because of your ability and your cameras and stuff.
Right.
But what's that project been like?
Well, that's been one of the benefits of the coronavirus, is it helped us be more creative than what we've been doing, just in the live event space. But when, the virus was starting to spread and social distancing was really, it's like, well, what can people do? Rather than just saying no and close shop and put our tail between our legs, as we were looking at the different things. And so my dad actually, had the idea, well, what about the drive-ins and what about doing some events there? And I kind of thought it was ridiculous at first.
Yeah.
It's
like your dad knows anything.
Right.
Come on.
Right. And so, but no, then I got hit up like a few days later from some people that were looking at doing some things at the drive-in, and just that pulse and the waves were going. I'm like, okay, I need to take this more seriously. So started making calls and started to follow up with some people, and was able to connect with the owners of the MotorView, and it was a relationship just waiting to happen.
Yeah.
As far as the transparency and just the connection that we were able to have. So feel really blessed that we were able to speed through that thing to get this up and operational, within a matter of weeks. So
yeah, and I liked my job when it was cleanup. I got to light all the piles of debris on fire. That was awesome. I
you're a
that
pretty
job.
good painter too.
Yeah.
All those poles and cleaning that up. I mean, I'm just neglect, and animals and creatures for the past few years. So it's fun to actually see it habitable and a place that's, operational and functional for everything that's going on.
Yeah, so you've done some cool retro movies, Princess Bride. Did you have Goonies?
We're doing Goonies Friday. Yep.
Yeah, and anyway, it is a fun time. I mean, I brought my family out, and other friends have come out, and
all right.
And sometimes you have extra popcorn left over that I feed to my chickens.
Exactly.
Yeah, they definitely. I don't know how healthy that is for them, but they appreciate it.
They're good birds right there. They'll still live through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's been part of the fun thing, with the 4K experience for the 128-foot screen that we have up there at the MotorView. But then also, some great food. We have car hops, so we have delivery right to your car. Those is one of the things we've been doing.
Those kids are hustling too, so don't forget to tip your car hop. But yeah, people need to come out and support this thing. But yeah, you mentioned the camera, okay? Because that was one of the things that kept them from opening.
Right, the
really.
The
projector
on that to make sure that was bright enough, because the one that had in there was a dinosaur.
Yeah, older than me.
It served its time,
that's old.
So, right.
They don't even make movies that way anymore, do they?
No, they don't really use the film. That's pretty locked in time for the most part. So something that we're going to be doing on the 4th actually is doing demonstrations for how film works, how cutting and everything else. I mean, it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
And so Jay Barry is going to be hooking us up on that one on Saturday for that demo.
So you are doing some cool things. So this Saturday's Garth Brooks. Are there any tickets still available?
I think when I checked this morning, I think there were 15.
15 tickets. If you want to come and enjoy a good evening and see the 4K experience, and you got the sound pumping and stuff like that. Kid knows what he's doing. And then the 4th of July, because our little town has one of the best fireworks shows in the nation, and it got canceled because of this whole fiasco. But Andy says we are not afraid.
No, we're gonna make something worthwhile and still have a fireworks show with music right here at the MotorView, so people can still celebrate in true Idaho Falls fashion.
So, and there's a car show which is near and dear to my heart. I've been trying to get the car guys out, and
appreciate your support on that, Tyler. We got to have some classic cars show up to our classic drive-in.
So what is the events? We have a little flyer here. I don't know how well that shows up,
we
but
showcase that right now with all the wind and everything like that. So here it is, the car show starting at noon, and then we have Alex Boyer who's going to take the stage right before we shoot him off. You know, that evening right there. So.
Yeah, and Alex Boyer he's kind of a fun guy. He's got a great story, and he's got a good voice, and he just kind of does his own music. And and
what this country means and his journey to America is some of the touch points that he's going to talk about. So I'm really excited to listen not only to him and his abilities as a performer, but him as a person, you know, with what coronavirus has done for him, you know, with being able to have equality in this day and age. And so this is going to be something that's going to be fantastic to unite us, specifically during all the time of uncertainty that we have.
So something, again, cool that I think you did was, you know, 2020 comes and all these high school kids, you know, they just they're done. Their senior year, it's like, see ya. And you guys did for the schools, and most of the schools did it, but the schools that didn't kind of lost out, in my opinion, but whatever.
Think so.
But you guys did an amazing, tell us about the show that you put on for their graduation. Honestly, I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the high schools do it that way going forward.
All right. Well, specifically the juniors from Bonneville and IF High School are said we don't want to do graduation, you know, the same way that it was done before. Because the excitement and what we were able to generate at the Motor View, you know, was something to be able to have, you know, for each of the seniors to be up on the big screen right there and to be able to get their diplomas in fashion. And then fireworks to cap it off at the end of the night, and sky searchlights. I mean, this was a heck of a show that they were able to participate with, and that we just made sure to pull out all the stops in order to send them off to the next level. So.
And I helped you blow up one of those sky searchlights, then we figured that problem out, right?
Yeah, exactly. We got to learn about power a little bit and how 1950s power doesn't behave the best. So it's fun, you know, spending money and repairing,
you know, what's
things,
a searchlight?
So exactly.
You can just go to Walmart and get another bulb for $19.99, something like that. Anyway,
$800.
Oh yeah, that was an expensive learning lesson, wasn't it?
Well, it's okay.
That's what we do sometimes.
It's all good. I'm not the smartest. I never will claim to be the smartest.
That's why we hang out.
But I'm always down for a good time and to make things happen.
So, but something you kind of pointed out in business, you know, the businesses that pivot and can take on the change and do a phenomenal job like what you and your team have done, people appreciate that, and you're the businesses that have the staying power and new things happen because there have been this whole COVID thing. I mean, don't get me going, right? Governor Little, you never called me back. But you know, if you don't pivot, there's issues.
Right, exactly. I mean, in business, you have two choices. You can be proactive or you can be reactive. You know, it's your call as far as what type and style you want to be able to do. And you know, with Andex, we always want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and our people and doing the things that matter the most and providing the opportunities for people around us as well. So,
and another cool thing you kind of figured out during this time is how to hold virtual events,
and
but
conferences.
That's the word I was looking for, because there was a conference that was supposed to be an in-person conference in California, and this little guy in a broom closet in Idaho Falls was running the whole show on that, right? Is that a little bigger than a broom closet?
You know, that was my brother Alan that was running that. So he had a team of 12 technicians is what we were able to do, based out of the West Bank ballroom there. So we were socially distant. We had 8.5 feet of space between each of their stations. But then we were able to do a 500-person virtual conference, at a very high level for the Northern California financial planners.
Other than the fact that there are people from California, that's all good stuff,
right? The great places is we didn't even have to go there.
Yeah, that's even better.
California money is still great for me.
Yeah,
so.
No, we like California. My brother lives there, but anyway, they're still shut down. So so you out there hustling, reinventing yourself, finding opportunities, crushing it, and then you mentioned the West Bank. So the West Bank's going to be kind of a gathering place for business. There's a cool restaurant that's in there.
Diablo's just opened up this week for it, so you got to try out some tasty food there.
So that then, what's the big vision on that?
Yeah, so me and my team have been looking for a event space that we could be able to, occupy and utilize, and really make some tweaks to make sure that people can really have a true venue and a convention center that they can roll into and have a high level of execution that's done. And so, the audio visual, the food, each of those details are tailored specifically to maximize the opportunity and the experience that people can have there. Because Idaho Falls really just didn't have, something of that. The Shiloh has come and gone, and disappointment has happened there. And so the list runs a long ways as far as, things that could have been cool and good, but never really happened. And so the West Bank has been that opportunity for us to do that, just right across the falls, over on River Parkway right downtown.
Yeah. So watch for that. If you have a space, as people are starting to come together and you need a space, it can be catered, it can be all these things.
Right.
I mean, the digital, the quality is,
right.
This kid knows what he's doing. I've been a part of events that he runs all the AV and marketing stuff for, and just done a great job.
Yeah, and then that goes to our team, of our fantastic technicians that take the time to make things polished, the details that happen. So Alan and Haley, have been fantastic throughout to roll with all the punches and everything that's been going on. So shout out to those guys right there.
Yeah. At some point, I think Haley's going to knock you out, though.
Probably.
Just with the right hook.
She's got it coming.
Yep. So, anyway. But anyway, Andy Johnson, big plug for Garth Brooks concert. 15 tickets left.
Yep.
Maybe. They could be gone. Who knows? I bought a ticket, and I'm going to be there. The 4th of July, I'm unfortunately out of town. But if
all
you're...
make choices.
Yeah. Well, I'm not encourage the family to come back, but if you're in town, this is the place to be. What movie are you showing? It's a double feature that night.
Yeah, so we're doing true American movies that night. So Hot Rod is going to be our first film, and then followed by Apollo 13.
Apollo 13, that's a great one.
Yeah, so Free USA is going to be happening.
Yeah,
at the Motorview Drive-In on July 4th.
All right. Well, support this kid because his West Bank, he's put all this time, effort, money into it. And it's not that it's on hold, but there just isn't the gathering of that isn't happening yet.
And that's the thing is that, we've got to be cautious, definitely, but we can't live in fear for what we're doing. And so for events, we are ready to receive and to help people there, especially in virtual environments. We have a studio that we've set up there, so that way you can be able to broadcast your message to your audience and maximize on what we're doing. Because we can't just sit around and wait for things to go back to normal.
No.
But we have to be able to make the changes that we need to in our businesses and our lives now, adjusting to what life is going to be. So.
Yeah. No, and it's cool on your events, like your virtual conferences, we can all be sitting in a room basically together, and then you can put them into rooms of just a few people, breakout rooms. And anyway, he's just done a great job. He's a visionary guy here in Idaho Falls. Hopefully we keep him around long term. I mean, you got so much money invested, where would you go, right?
Exactly. We're going to be here for the next little bit, and we'll just continue to work with our amazing partners and people that we've been able to meet along the ways. I mean, I can't emphasize the importance of what it really means to be transparent in business and really connect with those individuals. And so that's a big shout out to you, Tyler, for always bringing about the best, making sure that things happen the best way we can. Because if you're not transparent, then it's a waste of time, for both of us right here. So. And
my wife Allison would like you to reach out to T Swift and get a concert going there because she bought tickets and she's so disappointed. I was kind of happy because we got the money refunded, but she was so disappointed. So can you please call Taylor Swift on behalf of Allison?
I'll just see if she can come to the Motorview and do a show there.
Do a show there. That we'll take that. I think.
Good. Sounds good, because we want more live acts to be able to come. This is the first of many things that the Motorview is going to be happening because Hollywood's disrupted. There's no new movies coming, so we're not just going to wait around for things to come to us and continue to play the classics. Although there are so many good films to play and enjoy, but really increase the experience with what we can have in our outdoor venue.
Yeah, I love it because you're not just waiting around, waiting to be told what to do. It's like, all right, we're going to pivot. We're going to make this thing work. And when the opportunities arise, you're prepared and ready, and that's awesome. So anyway, Andy Johnson, I'm a big fan of him. I'm friends. We go to lunch. We hang out. And he does cool stuff. So come and support him again. Anyway, I'm Tyler Price.
Andy Johnson.
Peace.